What would you do if you could rewind time?
Rewind time. What would I do? I mean, how far back can I rewind?
Beautiful Joe style.
So I don't know how long you can rewind. If it's 10 seconds, I probably wouldn't have just farted. What?
You probably would want to rewind time because this is interesting conversations with interesting people.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. If I could rewind time, like long term, probably wouldn't have quit school.
Well,
Am I looking at you or the camera?
it's not a video, it's audio.
Oh, word.
Yeah. So you can just
Yeah, whatever.
let's see here.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Yaquan Edwards.
Hello, Yaquan.
And joining me today is the noble, neighborly, knightly
Damn.
Nick Smallwood.
Yes, sir.
Nick.
Smallwood.
Who the hell are you?
I'm a dude, man. Like to think of myself as a chill bro. Work in behavioral health. A little bit of guitar. Gym rat. Yeah.
Gym rat.
Gym rat.
Yes, out there.
Yes, we are in these streets.
Dude, I had a brief stint at the gym recently.
Word.
Still got to cancel my Planet Fitness membership.
Planet Fitness will get you.
But I was. What's your favorite machine?
Don't use machines.
You don't use the machine.
No, it's all
free
free
weight.
weights.
Ooh,
It's our deadlift platform every day.
that is that's pure technique.
Yeah, it's all form. Super easy to rupture a disc.
Yeah.
Haven't done that. Gave myself 2 hernias.
2 hernias.
Yeah, so
You got me doubled.
yeah, we want to get real technical. I had one when I was born. That was fire.
Okay.
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 What Planet Fitness were you at? The one just down South High?
I was at Gahanna.
Gahanna. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was big, but
Planet Fitness, man. A lot of people shit on it.
yeah. How do you? I like the whole no judgment thing. I think that's a very nice tagline. For
Yeah, for sure. It should be, every gym should be no judgment. But you know what I'm saying? Planet Fitness is just weird. Did you ever hear the lunk alarm?
I never heard it, but I saw the sign that was casting judgment on someone for being a lunk.
Yeah. And they say no judgment, but so that's a little weird.
Companies, man.
My buddy set it off. We went and he was like, I'm setting it off.
I don't know.
I was like, oh. And,
That's a real thing then.
Yeah, straight up. Like it's a loud ass alarm. And yeah, I'm not playing. So my man showed up and it cut off.
What is the point of that?
It's just no judgment, I guess. Yeah. When my man showed up and it cut off, it was like a racerback, so his whole shit was out. And first of all, they said you can't wear that, so you gotta get a different shirt. So figured that out. And then bro was just being a dick about it, and he was doing curls, and he was like, ah! And then set it off, and I wish I recorded it, but I didn't.
That would have been like an epic. That would have made for an epic YouTube clip gone viral.
You can find them all over, man. People setting off the lunk alarm.
Lunk alarm compilations.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, Planet Fitness is cool. They do a pizza party every week.
I feel like that kind of defeats the point.
But it keeps repeat customers.
Yeah.
So you've been working your ass off all week. Friday night pizza party.
Yeah.
So
the chairs are pretty cool too.
The chairs?
The massage chairs?
I have never used them. I've used them at the mall. Those are cool.
I've never used them all once, so I can't relate to that at all.
2 dualities.
Yeah. 2 men of opposing ideals.
I'm all about the mall massages. Yeah. So there's that. I quit film school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Film school.
Film school, yes.
That's how we met.
Yes.
We met in film school.
What year was that? Like 2016?
I believe, yeah.
2016.
Like first semester?
Yeah.
Yep. 2016.
So there was that. I came in, dude, and I don't know if I ever kicked it to you and Fuentes and Blake.
Blake.
Well, I was so intimidated when I came in because I'd never done nothing like that. You know what I mean?
That was your first time?
Yeah, first time ever. And you were like, oh yeah, editing genius. Straight up. Like,
I'm flattered.
I mean, I'm serious, dude. Like, you almost made me quit.
Really?
Yeah, straight. I'm not kidding. Like,
no. What?
We were sitting in, who was it? Rencard's class.
I love
video.
her. Yeah.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Sabrina.
Video production 101, I think, or whatever.
Yeah. VP1.
Yeah, and you were just like, okay, yeah, so you can do this, and this, or if you really want to get crazy, this. And I was just like, I don't belong here, man. I don't know
like examples in the class. Was I just like, I was that know-it-all kid?
It wasn't so much a know-it-all thing. It was just like you knew a lot. You know what I mean? Because you've been around the shit. And I was like, man, this dude really knows his shit. And
I just try to have fun.
Well, and that was the other thing. And then it was like, because I don't think we talked prior to this class. And I went up to Sabrina and I was like, yo, I don't think this is for me. Like, I was like, that guy he knew everything you can know. And she was like, first of all, you guys are all some level of beginners. I was like, damn, for real? She was like, yeah, stick with it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Like, all right. But, yeah. And then we had our group project.
Yeah.
That was so much fun, first of all.
Was that the commercial?
No, well, I mean, there was the commercial, which was just bullshit. Like, I don't even remember what it was for. It was for some Rick and Morty shit, right?
The commercial?
Yeah.
No, the commercial was a fake fraternity commercial.
Man, that was whack. That was super whack.
It was like 80 themed retro, like tubular 90s.
Yep, tubular.
Radical.
But
we worked on that. What was the first project we did?
I think it was in that class. Mm-hmm. We had to do we had to shoot like a fake commercial or something.
A fake commercial.
Something like that. I could be wrong, but we were just in a hallway, and you were just, like, on 10. You were so on 10. You were just like, what's up? It's Ed from, you know me from this, and this. And I was just like, this guy's really on 10 right now.
Was the project, like, we stood in front of a camera, just, like, did we have to, was it for writing a script, or, like,
I don't know.
Oh, we just shot fake commercials,
yes. Right? Yeah, it was something like that. And I think we were marketing something from Rick and Morty. I hadn't watched Rick and Morty at that point, so I didn't get it. But I think it was you, me, and Blake.
Yeah. I remember that. And then we went into the hallway in like the bottom of the library.
Yeah, straight up. And I didn't get any of the jokes, but I was like, I'm just having fun being here.
Just bored.
But so yeah, man, there was that. And then we worked on our short film, which I think we got robbed for.
Yes.
That was crazy.
For the 24-hour festival.
Yeah. And I mean, that was just so much fun going from when we got the topics and all that shit. And then, we were just sitting somewhere. And I didn't live on campus, but all y'all did. So, you were just showing me around, basically.
You were a commuter, because I remember going to your house to shoot the movie.
Yeah. And we had, like, 2 cars full of just dudes. And we're like, yeah, follow me. And I think it was me, Michael Zweiss. And Blake, maybe Fuentes.
I think Fuentes was there too.
Yeah, Fuentes was definitely in our group.
But in your front lawn.
He just shooting in the front lawn. We were trying to set up lights and shit. My neighbors were kind of skeptical.
What? We got a camera. We're cool.
We had a camera, but we were setting up industrial lights in my front lawn. But
it was like a little mini construction zone all of a sudden.
It was lit because of the lights. And
like what time was it?
I think it was damn near 12:30 at least. But yeah, so much fun. Then we came back and pretty much dropped everybody off and went home, went to sleep, went to Walmart, bought the fake gun, and then came back and picked everybody up at like 7:30. And the whole time we were shooting the B-roll. We were calling it B-roll, but it was just being dickheads.
Yeah.
And edited that and showed it on Cap TV, baby.
Cap TV.
That was a whole nother thing, man. That was super fun.
That was an actual TV show.
Yeah. And we, every week, had a different role.
What was your favorite role?
My favorite role, I like...
Because there was like, it was...
I won't get away from you.
Oh, yeah.
But I really like doing the directing. I think I was... What was the role when you were like switching video packages?
The switcher.
Switcher. I didn't want to say switcher because I don't want to sound like a bitch.
Yeah. That was...
I was stressful. I was sitting there and I was like, oh God, if I fuck this up, we can cuss, right?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah. I was just like super sweating it. And who was it? And then that night, I can't remember her name. It was Julian Schroet.
Julianne.
Yeah. And then the other girl, whose name completely escapes me.
Catherine?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I had kind of like I don't want to say emo because it wasn't full emo, but like she wore a lot of Marilyn Manson shirts. I remember that.
I'm just going to say emo.
Okay, emo works. And I think I was like...
I think I know who you might be talking about.
Pre-planning to shoot a shot. I was like, she likes Marilyn Manson. I like Marilyn Manson. Like, why can't we listen to the Dub Show together sometime? Yeah. And we went and got Chinese food, and it was really weird. And I paid for everybody for some reason because I was the only one with a job.
Who's everybody? It
was like 4 people. Fuentes might have went. Fuentes might have paid for himself, but either way, it was.
That was still. That's a baller move right there.
That was a baller move, and then
that's a power move.
Yeah, and she was in my religion class, and now I can't remember her name. That says a lot.
That's a perfect reflection of just a lot of things, a lot of people.
Sign of the times, man.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we were in film school together, and that was super fun. And then I don't want to say I had a breakdown, but I started tripping. I was like, "Yo, I'm not going anywhere with this film shit." Because this Ed motherfucker knows everything.
No, don't say that.
And, or what was the one girl? Jess?
Jess Bennett.
You remember her? Yeah. She had already been on projects and all that. And I was just like, damn.
She was profesh.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm so out of my element. This is just not the biz. And so I was like, fuck film school. So then I was like, I'm going to be a nursing major. I said, no, I don't. Because my mom at the time was teaching nursing at Capitol. So,
your mom was a teacher at Capitol?
She was, yeah. And then she was doing that and then working night shift, like full time as a nurse. So, like, yeah, serious grindage. And you know what I mean? I was like, and as soon as I said nursing, she was like, oh, really? Like, well, here's how you do it. You know, this, and this.
You already have an in.
What's that?
You already have an in.
I already have my way in. And we were just planning all this. I said, sign me up for a chemistry class, and I failed that shit. Because I'm, not great with school, but then also because, like, I went camping instead of going to my final.
Yeah, school, that might be a big part of it, but I think school is just, like, it's really not for everyone.
No, definitely not. I mean, well, my thing is I have super severe ADHD, and for whatever reason, I think it was because I was starting on my ADHD meds. But I ran out of them quick.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So I failed that, and then I came back, and they're like, well, you can make it up. I was like, nah. And I always thought I was going to end up going towards social work. So I started taking a social work class, but I was working a job and a half at that point, as well as school, and I was like, there's no way I can do these. Because you had to volunteer. I was like, there's no way I can swing that. So I pretty much just pieced out. Didn't even drop out, just quit going.
Yeah.
And because my mom was like, if you quit by this date, this isn't going to hurt your grades or anything. And I was like, well, I got to work that day. So, you know what I mean?
You gotta go.
So, yeah, just took that L. And so my GPA is fucked. So if I ever go back.
You'll have to really grind it out.
Yeah. So.
Would you ever go to would you ever just go to a different college?
Well, so it's a little weird because I told you earlier before we started the podcast, I was in private school like my whole life up until 10th grade, and my mom paid for all that shit for me, my brother, my other brother, by herself.
No wonder she's working 2 jobs.
Exactly. So all that by herself, and so we were all in private school, and she kicked me one day. She was like, "Dude, your GPA is, fucking a solid 2.0." And she was like,
"Oh my goodness."
She was like, and this was in high school. And she was like, "I'm not gonna pay for you to go here if you're not gonna put the work in." And I was like, "Well, I don't know how to put the work in because I didn't realize that I was riddled with ADHD and also just a lazy fuck." And so then I switched to this charter school up on the north side. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It was called the Charles School.
I've heard of that place, yeah.
Yeah, because you went to Fort Hays, right?
Mm-hmm.
So similar kind of situation. And so it was all early college, and it was a 5-year program. And I came in as my junior year, and so all my classes were with sophomores. So first of all, I was already not fucking with that. Um, you know what I'm saying?
Sophomores.
Yeah, with sophomores. I was a junior.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to be done with school. So it was an early college program. I don't know what Fort Hayes is.
Fort Hayes is like an art school.
Art school, okay.
But it does have like career stuff, like half your day spent in a
Oh,
field.
word.
Yeah.
So like intern stuff. So
kind of intern class.
Right. So at the Charles School, it's right behind Ohio Dominican. So so yeah, I was rough, Jameson.
And Coke.
And Coke. And the beverage, not the nose candy.
Right. Cola.
Cola.
Of the cola variety.
What?
Of the cola variety.
Of the cola variety,
right.
Yes. Not the E. coli variety.
Ooh, definitely not.
Definitely not. Shouts to the coronavirus. Anyway, so it was right behind Ohio Dominican, and so the whole idea was it was 5 years. But if you know what I'm saying, if you get a 3.5 GPA going into your junior year, you take one college class on top of your high school classes. So I was like, yeah, this gives me a direction. I worked. Shit.
Oops.
Yeah.
R.I.P. phone.
It's okay. I worked really hard at it, but you know what I'm saying, I still didn't get the grades. My GPA was 3.4, needed a 3.5, and I was crushed. So then I had to do another semester of being, you know what I'm saying, a junior, my second semester junior year with sophomores, just so I could get this stupid thing that was one college class.
It was, yeah.
So super whack. But then I worked really hard. A lot of people made exceptions for me. And so I think I had a 3.5 exactly next semester. So I'm taking my college class. I was crushing that class, but all my other stuff sucked. It was weird because you take this college class and maybe 2 other ones, but it was block days. So I would just have days where I have 3.5 hours just hanging out with these other early college kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So me and my buddies were just getting the shenanigans. I started a cult. And just going and getting super high, man. And then just not doing anything else.
So you're kind of already a part of the college lifestyle.
Right, because I was already further along than everybody else.
Right.
So then I didn't go to my final for that one either, which is a theme for me. I still passed with a C, A, and I started the next semester. I was like, this shit sucks. I'm not gonna go for a 5th year so I could get 2 college classes knocked out. You know what I mean?
Right.
So then I switched over to ECOT, which, if you're not from Ohio listening, it's the electronic classroom of tomorrow. And I was there.
It's like homeschooling, right?
Yes. And I was the last graduating class because that shit got shut down for tax evasion. They owed, I think, $13 million to the state.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's really sketchy for a homeschooling.
For a homeschool system?
Yeah.
And, I mean, it was super cool, though, because I, went in, and it was right by, if you just go down South High Street, used to be right there. And me and my mom went in, we're like, yo, we want to enroll. And they're like, cool, like, we need people to. So, like, that day, I signed all this shit, and they gave me a whole ass computer.
You got a free computer with it?
I didn't get to keep it. But a whole ass computer, monitor, mouse, everything. No books or anything required. It was all online. And so where I was at that time was get dummy high, knock out the schoolwork.
Do your homework.
Yeah. And my mom was, it was also crazy because if you were in ECOT before high school, right? Like if you were 7th grade, whatever, your deadlines were set. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's due Friday, it's due Friday. But in high school, everything for the semester is due the last day of the semester.
Yeah.
Right? So I was working 2 jobs and not doing shit for school. But then I just took the last week off and did an entire semester of schoolwork in a week and graduated. And there were like, I believe 1,500 people in my graduating class.
That's impressive.
It was sweet. It was at the Schottenstein Center.
That was like a sprint to the finish line.
Yeah, it was super cool. And, then from there I was like, shit, what am I going to do? Because I had these, I think, 3 credit hours from ODU, Ohio Dominican. So then I took some classes over at Columbus State Community College, got a few of them, and then made that transition to Capital, which is where we started.
That's where it all led up to.
Yeah, that's the origin story.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have that's like your Spider-Man origin story.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. Just being a drunk asshole. And then, yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, you went to film school, so there must have been some kind of big impact on your life from film.
I don't mean to get too heavy or nothing, but you know what I mean. Me and my dad had a pretty tumultuous relationship.
Yeah, as heavy as you want.
Oh, word?
Dude.
Oh, it was just very turbulent.
It was.
And through a series of poor decisions on my part, I ended up in a position where I had to have structured visits. And so my dad came through one day. I was at this facility. My dad came through and I was like, "What are you doing here? I haven't seen you in like 4.5 years, 3.5, whatever." And we were just chopping it up. And then we got out. Yo, I want to have this relationship with my dad, you know?
Yeah.
And so then I just kick it at his place. He was staying with my grandma at the time, and just watch movies. You know what I mean? And so I always been scared of horror movies, but then we started watching together, and he's like, "Well, see, this is how you make that scary." You know what I mean?
Yeah, he kind of like break it down for you.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, so you know what I mean? There's nothing to this." So there was that, and then, and in a really weird way, film school really broke down to just me trying to impress my dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right?
Love movies. Movies are awesome. But that's really what it came down to. And that's ultimately why I quit. Because I was like, this isn't for me, it's for somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't really know what I'm doing.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe I forgot to silence my phone. I feel so foolish right now.
It's all right, man. It's very laid back.
I have to apologize to everyone.
To the listeners.
I have to apologize to you, the guest.
All right.
I have to apologize to my dad.
Praise be.
All right. But yeah, what were some of what were some of your favorite movies with them? Like the ones you really remember watching.
The most
vividly.
Impactful. So I was like 15 at this point. And so me and him had just never had a relationship really. You know what I mean? A lot of negative stuff. But so then I get out of this facility. Me and him are kicking it. And he was like, "Yo, you want to watch a movie?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess." So throw on the first Conjuring movie.
Ooh, I heard that's a good one.
It's fire. It is fire.
And nice.
I will personally fight any of you listeners who disagree. But fire movie.
Good movie.
You know what I mean? And so I assume you haven't seen it.
I know it's directed by James Wan, isn't it?
James Wan, yes, sir. There's a whole thing in the movie where they play this game hide and clap, which is stupid, but you know what I mean. So like,
hide and clap.
It's just you hide and they clap and they come find you. And so there's a really well orchestrated scare later in the movie, based on that. And so we watched this movie. I'm terrified. You know what I mean? It's my first real horror movie. We went and saw Paranormal Activity when I was 8, something like that. But aside from that, you know what I mean, that was the jam. And so we watched this movie. I'm traumatized. It's horrifying. And I go to my grandma's back room to sleep. And I just hear, and I was like, "Oh, you motherfucker." So like there was that. We watched that. I want to say Friday the 13th Part 4, maybe, which people say is the best one. And that's what he was trying to explain to me. And he was explaining, I don't know if you know who Tom Savini is.
He sounds like one of the actors in the movie?
Nope, special effects guy.
Special effects guy.
And like, dude's a legend in the business, right? So I want to say he might have done Terminator as well.
I think so. It's starting to come up.
Right. And so dude just like figured out ways to make shit look disgusting and like nobody else could. And so there was that, and he was explaining that. And then he's like, "Oh, well, this is, Sean Cunningham. He directed the first one for, you know what I mean? I could be wrong. I think he was a porn director." And then was just like, "Yo, here you go." And so I was like, "Damn, like, this might be the move." And I started learning more and more about horror movies and watching them. And I just got less and less scared of them and just started realizing a lot of them are shit. I was like, man, but like the good ones are so good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
Like
kind of like spicy food.
spicy foods,
Yeah.
yeah. You get desensitized, but then when you get a real one,
It hits.
you're gonna feel that for days. And yeah. So that's pretty much how I ended up going to film school.
You really like the Friday the 13th film.
I love them. Those are like, so I think most of them are shitty, but they're still so enjoyable. You know what I mean?
They're just like Slaughterfest.
There's Slaughterfest. Slaughterfest.
They're like a one-man Saw movie, kind of.
Yeah, and it's not scary at all.
Yeah.
Like, you watch it now and you're like, this, there's nothing to be scared of. You know what I mean? But, like, there's just so many bizarre choices that they made, certain characters and lines, and, you know, and at the end of the day, it's all about making these horrible, gruesome acts look realistic. And some of them hold up, some don't.
However far they go.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, Friday the 13th was my shit. I like it better than Halloween. I like it better than Nightmare on Elm Street.
That's because, okay. Are you including the one where Jason goes to space in that?
And When He Takes Manhattan.
Those are some bold claims.
Bold claims. Like I said, they're dog shit. They're bad movies. 1 is okay. 2, okay. 3, fire. 4, fire. And then from there, it just gets stupid. But even when Jason goes to space, you know what I mean? They realize what they're working with there. They're like, well, you know, he's going to space. So no one's going to take this shit serious. And so it's honestly more of like an action movie. You know what I mean?
I can see that, yeah. It's like a horror-themed action movie.
It's like how with Alien, the first one, is just, you know what I mean? Sci-fi horror.
Sci-fi, yeah.
And then Aliens, it's just James Cameron balls to the wall. You know what I mean? So that was kind of my shit. And yeah.
That's an interesting. My favorite. I can't even think of my favorite movie series because I never really watched this series. I was more into like the indie side of film.
Okay.
But I think it's interesting that your dad was like basically introducing you to movies,
right?
And just you guys had that kind of connection to build,
right? And so we did that, and comic books were another big one.
Comics, ooh,
yeah. So my dad had these, and so very short synopsis. Dad got kicked out, and so he had to take all this shit. And he was living with my grandma, who lives again not far from here, tiny ass house, and so he had just like these boxes of comic books, long boxes,
stacks and stacks,
stacks of them, dude. And so me and my brother were over there one day. My brother's 3 years younger than me, but so we're kicking it, and he was like, "You want these comic books?" And I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, I'm 15 and this is a chance to build a relationship." So I was like, "Yeah." So me and my brother just sat there for days, man, like just sitting there reading these comic books. And the Batman Detective Comics was like the coolest shit I've ever seen.
How many issues?
Shit, like total or just that? Because I think just the Batman Detective Comics, there were probably upwards of 50.
That's still a lot for comic.
That's a ton. And then outside of that, you know, it was three long boxes, 1 short box, just full. You know what I'm saying?
Stacked. Double
right.
sleeves.
And there were a few where he was like, "Nah, y'all can't have this one because either it's worth a lot of money or there's titties in it." And all right.
Like, all right, I'll take the L on that one.
Yeah, but and so we were just sitting there reading all these comic books, and my dad, he's so ridiculously creative, almost to a fault. You know what I mean? Where, you know, he paints, he does sculpts. You know what I mean? Just whatever artistic medium you can do, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, now that I think about it, back when I was in 7th grade, made a whole ass zombie movie, right?
Nice.
It was.
Was that your first movie?
That was my first project ever.
Your first project ever.
And so my dad edited it, he directed it, and then him and his best friend wrote it. And so his best friend's like I don't know what the word for a kidney doctor is, urologist? Or is that just dicks?
Neuropathologist? No.
Whatever.
Kidneologist.
Kidneologist.
Kidneologist, I think is the correct term.
Right. And so it was always weird growing up because, you know what I'm saying, private school costs a lot of money. It's a Catholic school. And my family was not that religious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we didn't have no money. And so it was really weird because we'd be there, or I'd be in school, and you know, these other kids' parents are doctors and all this. And like my mom was a nurse, she was crushing it. Like my dad either wasn't working or he was doing some job that wasn't making no money. And so we'd always kick it, and they would send me over to the doctor's house for like a weekend. And I'd just be kicking it, playing Halo 3.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Yeah, fire.
Master Chef.
Yes, Master Chef. And so then him, my dad, and my buddy Sam Agra, who I think is trying to be a priest. I could be wrong. Shout out to Sam.
Yeah.
They became friends, man, and they're still friends to this day. But they were just like, let's make a zombie movie. So it was me, my brother, this kid Sam. You know what I mean? And basically all the boys in our class, because we were all fairly tight, and like there were like 15 kids, and the whole shit was like, it took like 2 weeks, 2 weekends, and we just sat up over at Schiller Park, and it was so bizarre.
That's such a dog park.
Yeah, straight up dog park. So if you're watching the movie, you know what I mean? My dad's not an actor.
Yeah.
Oh, my dad's a clown. Forgot to mention that. Went to school for it and everything. How did I forget that?
My dad's a clown.
My dad's a clown. After this, I'll show you a picture. And
Right. Please.
Wiley P. Wiggles. Shout out.
Drink to clown dad.
Drink to clown dad. So yeah, we made this whole ass movie, and there were 15 kids in it, all just getting shot by my dad. And we had like a whole release party. It was very weird.
Did you use Nerf guns, or was it like
Oh no, it was just prop guns.
Prop guns?
And then my dad very poorly put sound effects over it. So oh my god, dude. And at the end, who is it? Either my dad gets bit, or maybe his buddy gets bit. One of them gets bit. And so then the whole thing is, my mom runs in, but she's like in these full army fatigues and shit, so she's the military.
Yo.
And she's gonna save him. And for whatever reason, since I was like 8, I've been doing this Arnold impression that just sounds like shit. I can't do it anymore. But it was the funniest thing to my dad. And so in the movie, my mom, she would say her lines, and then after in post, I would go over it in Arnold voice. And it sounded like shit, and so bizarre. And there was a really weird scene where a helicopter comes, but it was a model of a helicopter.
It was like Star Wars.
Straight up. And my dad just superimposed that shit, landing, and it was rough. But it was a thing.
That sounds like a really, that's a home movie. You know?
Dude, such
Legit.
a home movie. Whole thing was like 25 minutes, too.
That's a good length, too.
Yeah.
That's very good length. 25 minutes of... Was that actual film, or was it digital? I mean, still,
I believe we used digital.
Digital?
Just some shitty little handy cam.
When was the last time you made anything 23 minutes? Just
straight up.
Boom. And they had so many people, too.
It was crazy. And,
so many people involved.
You know, he wrote a script for it and everything, and it was just...
Co-wrote a script.
Weird time, man.
Have you ever thought about rebooting it?
That I haven't, but now that you got the Jameson in me, and we're thinking about it, like, that might be
Think about it, like... You went to film school.
Right.
So you at least know it looks good.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll go over to Capitol and rent out the DSLRs.
Honestly, what kind of... Most modern day phones are good enough to do it. I mean, I'm recording on my phone.
Straight up.
My good camera.
Yeah. Honestly.
Good editing app.
You get one of the, tripods, not tripods, handy cams, still cams, steady cams.
Steady cams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire.
Those are, I like the versatility of technology.
Yeah, dude, it's wild.
It's getting so much better.
It kind of freaks me out.
So much worse at the same time, yeah.
Yep. You think the machine's going to rise up?
Something's going to happen for sure. I feel like there's too many factors for AI or an algorithm to just not crash something all at once.
That would be pretty much devastating, man. If everything just took a shit, we're donezo.
Sky Zone is real.
Sky Zone
Skynet. From Terminator 2. Skynet?
Yeah, Sky Zone's a trampoline park.
No, Skynet is what catches you in the Sky Zone.
What?
No.
I gotta rewatch that.
Sky Zone is where the Terminators put humans and they bounce up and down and shoot them with their laser eyes.
I can't tell if you're fucking with me right now.
That's you didn't see Terminator 4?
Terminator 4, no, man.
Terminator 4, Sky Zone.
I've seen T1 and T2. Judgment Day.
Did you watch the new one?
No, I haven't seen none of them for a long time. I haven't been to the movies in a grip. What was the last great movie you saw?
The last great movie I saw, I think Parasite.
Parasite. I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, it won some Oscars, so it was pretty. I was thinking about going. It's shot in South Korea.
Okay.
I was thinking because like that movie's about like class and wealth and like I've been thinking about going to Japan this year.
Right.
But I'm to vacation, but due to certain events, I'm like where would I go on where should you go on vacation?
Vacation, dude.
I'm thinking about vacation.
I have no idea.
Recently.
I haven't been on a few years ago. I went to Universal Studios.
Universal Studios out in Orlando, Florida.
Yep, and that was fire. I don't give a shit about Harry Potter, but that Harry Potter world, crazy.
Crazy,
dude.
They have a Nintendo World opening soon.
Yeah, and that's gonna be crazy. So if you really want to put your bread back, you could really ball out down there.
Harry Potter.
And Harry Potter. I don't know, man, but outside of that, you know what I mean? I haven't been on vacation a long time. My mom's obsessed with Disney World, so they go every year. You know what I mean? But at this point, me and my brother are grown, so it's just my other brother, baby sister. My baby sister's turning 8 in a few weeks.
Hey,
so,
happy birthday!
Yeah, right.
Happy belated. Happy early.
Early, but so they go every year. As far as vacations, I want to hit probably Hawaii at some point.
Hawaii. Do you have a specific island in mind?
Not really, man. Not really. Just any of them. Just anywhere that's not Ohio. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is like such a misfit of a state. I guess.
It's so bizarre, because forget a state, man. If you just look at Columbus, you know what I mean. There's
so many areas and bubbles and populations.
Because the short north was like the newest shit to start cracking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's hot.
But like before then, you could fully get stabbed, no problem down there. And now all of a sudden it's all these bars and restaurants, and this is where everybody's going to spend money. But you know what I mean?
There's still a lot of construction and
tons of construction,
homeless people, and
major. Still,
just a lot of crazy people in general, I guess.
Well, and you know, staying in the South Side right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
This is
over,
an interesting place.
You know, Children's Hospital, Livingston, Parsons, that whole area. They're putting these ridiculously nice apartments and condos and shit out that are going to be so expensive. It's just going to push everybody out.
Yeah,
gentrification.
They're putting some up near Bexley too.
Yep. Well, Bexley's always been kind of nice.
Yeah,
right.
This is like the Main Street area over there, like where that church is on the corner.
Well, it's so weird because if you go outside of Bexley, super hood. All of a sudden,
Whitehall. Well, Whitehall kind of is. It's like a blip. It's like a little
straight up. It's when you talk about a bubble, it's a fucking bubble. You know what I mean? And that's how, you know, you go to the west side, super crazy hood in places. South side, super crazy hood in places. East side, same thing. North side, less so, but still, you know. But at the same time, this is where a lot of business is going.
Right.
You know,
people come here.
It's weird.
I really wonder what other parts of Ohio are like.
Well, Cleveland sucks.
Oh.
Cincinnati, my roommate, my best friend since 7th grade, went to school in Cincinnati. So I'd go down to see him. I was like, this place sucks. I hate Cincinnati.
The nasty natty?
The nasty natty. Like, and just shit, it got me thinking about shit I would never think about. I'm like, damn, these roads suck.
Yeah.
This infrastructure is ass. And, you know what I mean? Like, Columbus, it's either here or, like, some fucking small town near Columbus.
It's like Columbus. It's like these little bubble communities that are kind of Columbus, but aren't really Columbus.
But not really Columbus, right? I mean, what's really crazy is my whole family, like my extended family, is all from South Ohio. You know
South Ohio.
Portsmouth, Benton, which you probably haven't even heard of.
Yeah, you're starting to lose me there.
Right, and or in West Virginia, and like the goddamn heroin problem, the pill problem, it's crazy.
The crisis. It's an actual crisis.
Yeah, like it's a mess. We had to go down there for a funeral down to Benton. And, my dad's telling me all these stories of, him growing up down in Benton and how nice it was. And I go down there and it's like trailers tipped on their sides and
ooh,
crazy ass shit. Like places just burned down.
Burnt? Like arson burnt.
Set on fire.
Houses and businesses?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was rough.
Goodness.
And, you know what I mean? And I was like, my people did this.
Yeah. It's like nobody, this didn't have to happen.
Straight up.
Nobody has any enemies.
When you break it down, like, yeah, very few people actually have enemies. They might have people that they have issues with, but not a real enemy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like that you're able to kind of take a step back from everything, like acknowledge the good things and the bad things.
Right.
Especially with your parents, like you gotta acknowledge they're not perfect people, but they're trying their best.
Yeah.
And they're like your mom's a strong female in the house.
Yep.
So I think that's a very good trait to have, to be able to stay on the positive side of it.
That's the best you can do, man. I mean, just take from what people are giving you. You know what I mean? And try to figure something out with it.
Right.
That's where I'm at now. Like, I feel like I need to go back to school, degree in something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to have.
Need a little more security. But, for what? I don't know. But you got to figure something out. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, now you're working a full-time job.
Yes, sir. Behavioral health. Wild ass kids. Yeah. Super heavy emotionally. Just draining. You know what I mean? And I moved out down the street from my job. You know what I mean? So before, when I lived in the south side, I'd jump on the freeway, drive home. But now it's like, I leave that gate, just down the street, so there's no disconnect. You know what I mean?
It's always there.
It's always there. You know what I mean? Somebody needs something picked up, I'm there. You know what I mean? So it's really weird, dude. But, I could talk forever about reform that needs to happen and, residential treatment, how we need to...
Yeah, what are some of the big issues that you see in Columbus right now?
The biggest thing, man, right now is well, and it's strange because my kids that I work with come from all over Ohio. Sometimes, so at the place I work, we take kids young as 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? They go all the way up to 17.
Yeah.
They're 17, turn 18, they get kicked out.
Yeah. So
we get them from all over. And so, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but that drug problem, man, it's serious. That opioid epidemic.
Heroin.
Yeah, and so we get a lot of kids from South Ohio, or even not even South Ohio, just maybe in Columbus, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's wild when you got a 15-year-old kid, from streets away from where you grew up saying, yeah, I've been smoking crack since I was 12. What?
These kids are out here, 12 years old. They're middle school.
Out here, dog.
It's hard to put into words.
I had a hard time finding weed when I was that young, let alone crack. You know what I mean?
Where does the 12-year-old even? I don't answer that.
Yeah, I mean it's wild. You know what I mean? And we gotta strengthen these resources. You know what I mean? To get, especially because the biggest common factor is when these kids are on drugs, parents are on drugs. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with being safe with drugs, if you ask me. You know what I mean? Right. If you can handle your weed, handle your weed. You know what I mean? If you can go out, do a little bit of coke, come back, still work your job, take care of everybody, no big deal. But, if you can't handle it, don't do it.
I heard this theory that if all drugs were legal, then people would stop doing the dangerous ones because they can do the safer ones without getting caught. It's the need to go outside of the box that leads people to more illegal things, right?
My question about that is because I'm the kind of person that when I'm into something, good or bad, I tend to push it as far as I can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I was a shitty little youngin', you know what I mean, smoking weed all the time, right? So what's next? You know what I mean? Maybe it's acid, maybe it's mushrooms, whatever. What's next? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess, there's no good answer to it. You know what I mean?
It's hard, yeah.
But with just the state of how fucking fucked up the country is right now.
How expensive that would be to even need to go to the hospital for
Straight up.
a heroin overdose if
A
they were
heroin
legal.
overdose, yeah. I mean, there's that. And, you're always going to have people saying, well, if we make heroin legal, then you're just going to have more people on heroin.
Yeah.
But, like,
the people who want to do drugs of the harder variety are typically going to.
Yeah. And, I don't think somebody's going to pick up heroin just because it's legal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the other thing is, everybody says it, but you got to treat that shit that leads you to, picking up the heroin. You know what I mean? Why are you doing it? You know what I mean? Because I've never met a heroin addict who didn't have other shit going on. You know what I mean?
People don't realize that, like, it grows from something. It's not like just happens one day.
You're not just kicking it. Someone's like, hey, I found all this heroin. You want to do it? You know what I mean? I'm sure that's happened.
It's like, yeah, but maybe like a couple rock stars or something.
Right.
I feel like for most people, it's like just a combination of hard times and like not being able to get the help they need.
Right. Yeah, there's that, and then all kinds of undealt with. Is that whatever shit you
looked
didn't
over?
Yeah, shit you didn't deal with when you needed to.
Yeah.
Again, because shit's so hard to access a lot of the time. You know what I mean? So shit from when you were a kid. Now you're 17, 18 with access to this shit that will fuck your life up and fuck the lives up of everyone around you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you get that shit figured out, you're way less likely to start doing dumb shit. But yeah. It's a mess. But yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit more about your job?
Yeah, man. I can do that. So
it is.
Obviously, like I told you earlier, I can't say the name of the place. I gotta be kind of vague with shit.
But, it is, yeah.
So I work in behavioral health in a residential setting. So they live there, right? And, they might be there for a case-by-case basis. And it's really weird because we have a bunch of different houses, all fenced in this giant-ass fence.
Okay.
And we got, kids there literally just for placement. You know what I mean?
Just for holding? Because
maybe their parents aren't doing it right. You know what I mean? And usually there's some other shit going on. Maybe they have aggression issues, whatever. So they come here, we take care of them. And it's tough, man. Like, because I was working with 15 to 17-year-olds with substance abuse problems. You know what I mean? Most of the time, say they get pulled over and they have a little bit of weed. You know what I mean? Something like that. And so they get court ordered to do drug treatment. And then, so a lot of the time, like I said, they come from a shitty situation.
Yeah.
Mom and dad can't take care of them. So they get placed with us. And, how effective that is, that can be debated, So there's that. We got used to have, kids with problematic sexual behaviors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I'm working with right now, because I moved over, are the
different department.
Yeah, young kids. So 9 to 13 years old, which it's crazy when you break it down because 9 to 13, there's so much difference there.
There's a big age gap from.
Exactly. So you have 13-year-old, say boys who are just figuring out what their dick does. You know what I mean? Yeah. And 9-year-old kids who
want to play Fortnite.
You know what I mean? Like it's so bizarre, and we have to tailor our programming for that kid and that kid. And it's really difficult. So there's that. All these kids come here because they have some sort of thing that they need worked out,
Right.
Maybe aggression problems. What's really tough is the self-harm shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those are always tough.
Real tough. Yeah. So how to deal with a lot of that. And, like I was saying earlier, the biggest fucking threat is like these parents don't have any business having a kid. You know what I mean? And it's hard out here for them. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, I was in facilities when I was 14 or 15. And
facilities like cleaning?
No,
Really?
like
Handyman stuff.
no, like similar to what I'm doing now. Like,
Okay.
so I was one of the kids that I'd be taking care of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just problematic behaviors, man. Getting really high. You know what I mean? And major depressive problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, do some shit. I got put in a spot, and I was there for like 3 weeks. Got out, was cool for a month, got put back in another one. So I was there short term because when you break it down, there's real short term where it's like 3 days. So it's
Yeah.
just a stabilization situation. From there, you know what I'm saying? You'll have like I was in, where it's like 2 weeks. And then you have the ones where it's a month up to fucking 2 years. Then you got the long term where you're just there and you're just gonna be there.
In the facility.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and every facility works a little bit different. But so I always kind of felt like I was going to end up doing this kind of work. You know what I mean? Because when I was locked up, I had people, you know what I mean? Because I was always looking for like a fucking male figure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
That
so,
was, I didn't realize your job connected to you on such a personal level.
yeah. That was pretty crazy. And that's something I usually super downplay, but you know what I mean? So I was always looking for like a male figure.
Right.
There was this cat in my second placement. His name was Sean, and like he was so not like about the rules. Like you have to speak a certain way. You know what I mean? You can't use profanity. You gotta, you know, if you're up to some shit, you can't talk about drinking alcohol. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. And this
Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
I was chilling in my room. My roommate that I had at the time wasn't there. And bro came in. I was like, look, dude, I'm going through it right now and I need some guidance. And he was like, look, you know what I'm saying? You got these problems. Everybody has problems. You know what I mean? He's like, you're not weird for feeling the way you do. You know what I mean? He's like,
Yeah.
I drank too much. And I was like, damn, like that blunt. And so from then on, I was like, man, I'm going to try to do that. You know what I mean?
Face it head on.
Get that figured out. And I was like, you know, I want to have that impact
Yeah.
on other people. Because, like, that shit, I think about that every day, man, you know?
It's life changing.
Life changing. You know, just hearing another male, an older male, who you see just handling his business, telling you, like, hey, you're not that fucked up. And I was like, damn, bad.
Like, it's hope.
Yeah.
Like an adult, like, one day I'll get to be an adult because what you said.
Right. And I was like, just might make it. You know what I mean? And so from there, got into this line of work. And I'm just trying to do that same shit, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a little bit different with the younger kids, because the younger kids, you know, way more volatile.
They're
So
a bit more emotional and
well, I mean, you work with kids too. You know what I mean?
yeah. Though the kids I work with are varied age and rowdy.
Right.
Really,
So
and yeah,
they can be completely cool. You know,
literal babies.
literal babies, completely cool and happy. Now they gotta take a shit. Now they're throwing a fit.
1 minute they're cool, the next they're trying to beat their brother with a baseball bat.
Exactly. And so my kids are, you know, maybe 9 years old, but cognitively, due to parents' drug use, due to just not getting the nurturing they need,
Yeah,
they might be 9, but emotionally, how they process emotions, they might be 5.
5 or 6. Yeah,
So I'm dealing with a 5-year-old in a 9-year-old's body. So, you know what I mean? I've got my ass beat plenty of times.
he's got like that enhanced strength.
It's wild. Like
he seems like a kid, but he's packing beef.
like I got punched in the face the other day, and I was like,
listen here, you little.
and I was like, look, man, that's your one for today. You got to go.
It's like Spider-Man. Everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one.
And then you just see a line form.
Yeah. Jesus, dude, it's wild, man. These kids are wild, but you know what I'm saying? Just trying to fucking reach them however we can. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You
try to get them out of whatever pattern that they're heading down.
Set them on the right path.
Right. And the really sad part is that most of them aren't going to make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I had to ballpark it, I'm going to say 40% of the kids I deal with are going to figure it out.
Is that just because they just don't have the resources to
Might not have
keep
resources.
getting the help they need?
Well, and especially so when I was working with the AOD kids, you know what I mean? It'd be like, they would be talking to me like, oh, I did code and all this. And I'll be like, yeah, same. Like, cool. Here's what I did to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
But when they get up out of here, they're going to be hanging out with the same friends.
Same people.
Right.
Same situation.
And so it's up to them to cut them ties. And when you're 17 and being cool is what matters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's way harder to cut those ties.
It's really hard to get that through your head that you're not shit when you're 17.
Yeah.
You're just a kid.
You're literally a stupid human. You know what I mean? And then when I'm dealing with these younger kids, it's even tougher because they got so much longer to go till they, you know what I mean? My kids don't know about weed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't understand all that. So when they get introduced to that, they haven't had the same, preparation.
Right. 9-year-olds like 5th grade, right?
Yeah. 5th grade. Like, it's crazy, man. Some of these stories, it's rough. That's so sad. And honestly, just makes you want to uppercut their parents.
That's all you can really do.
Yeah.
Like, these are adults whose choices are, it's not like you're you're supposed to be absolved from the sins of your father, right?
Yeah.
These kids are your suffering.
Yeah. Or carrying it out,
Yeah.
It was tough when I was working with the older. They would say, like, well, this is what my dad did. So why is it any different if I do it? You know what I mean? I'm like, well.
I wonder, it's hard to teach kids. I grew up with a lot of siblings. It's hard to get them to understand long term, there were things more important than the right now.
Right.
And it's even hard to do that yourself. Sometimes you get caught up, right?
Yeah, straight up. New game's coming out or it just dropped. I need to get that now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You need it.
But, yeah, it's tough. But, trying to do the best that everybody can.
Yeah. I'd call you a pillar of patience.
A pillar of patience.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm going to get that as a face tat.
Nick Smallwood. Pillar of patience.
Put that on my tombstone.
Tombstone.
Fire. What would you get on a tombstone?
My what is that? Oh, my inscription?
Yeah.
I'd get I would want something that's cool but vague, wasted in emotion.
That would be fire. That would be good.
And you can get pillar of patience. And you get this. Your tombstone. It's a pillar. Roman pillar.
No.
Foul.
Pillar.
It's a pillar.
I was thinking like a hill situation.
Just a straight cylinder, just kind of like a really tall can.
Yeah, just a really tall can.
The words are kind of wrapped around like a label. That's cute.
That would be fine.
No. All right, it's tall, right? It's got to be tall.
It's
got to have one of those optical illusion puzzles where you have to read it.
Yo, you got
to tilted.
And you got to walk until that's
and it swirls around.
That would be fire.
Yeah.
And then put mirrors on it. Have you been to Otherworld yet?
No.
You need to, dude. It's so cool.
I really want to go.
If you fuck with acid.
Drugs are a whole other story.
Yeah.
If I went to Otherworld, that place is like alien space magic.
Yes.
That's like Magic Mountain for adults.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to go play stupid games. You just
walk through that shit.
The environment.
Well, then there's a lot of spooky horror shit too.
Yeah.
Which I was not prepared for, but yeah.
I like Glow Putt too.
Glow Putt's fire.
Like neon inside mini golf.
I know there's one up in Gahanna that's safari themed, and I was just having a ball in there.
It is. It's so bright and colorful, and I used to actually play golf. Now that I think about it,
did you really?
I kind of took golf classes when I was a kid. I don't know why. But I wasn't impressed with
golf. Was not your shit.
No, I mean dude, the atmosphere is fun, but the actual golf is I don't know. It was just felt kind of mid to me.
Yeah, I went one time, and it was because I was working at a golf club, and
you worked at a golf club?
I was serving at weddings that happened on the golf course. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
it's
beautiful facility. And so if you want to get technical, I was washing dishes.
Okay.
And then from there, I started doing prep work in the kitchen. From there, I was like, yo, I'm trying to make more money.
Yeah.
I said, go serve. So what I would do is I'd be a prep cook in the morning, 7 to 3, 3:30, be back.
Yo,
Go do this
that's a
service
shift.
all the way
Yeah.
until, you know what I'm saying,
Double
midnight.
shift, yeah,
And
that's grind.
yeah, that's when I was doing econ, and I was just making all this money, not doing shit.
You were a chef too?
Not a chef. I was just,
Prep.
you know, just making salad dressings. You know what I mean? Maybe marinating chicken. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's those are some pretty. I don't even marinate that much.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was cool though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I learned a lot. But so I was doing all that, and it was on this beautiful golf course. Like, and I don't give a shit about golf. You know what I
Right.
mean? I was raised with the belief that if you golf, you're a douchebag.
Did you ever get to drive the golf carts around like on
Yes.
break?
It was awesome.
It was
So
worth it. Then it was worth it.
my roommate, me and him used to work together. Again, my roommate's been my best friend. Shout out to Levi. Best friend since 7th grade. And there was one shift where me and him, our job was to drive from, there was a station over here, a station over here. Can't see it in the audio, but imagine them being far apart
They're pretty far, yeah.
on the golf
We
course.
stretched real wide.
Yeah. And so we rolled in at 9 o'clock. I had this Bluetooth speaker, and our job was to drive hot dogs, like pans of them, from one here and one there. And we were there till 3 o'clock. And nobody else was there, just these douchebag golfers. And not all people who golf are douchebags, but these guys are douchebags.
Specifically,
These specific,
they're the stereotype.
they're the stereotype, absolutely. So we were just whipping these golf courses, going from station 1 to station 2, and just banging Public Enemy, Schoolboy Q. I was threatening the golfers. It was so much fun.
Bumping.
It was awesome. And then like we made our bread, and I went home. So
I love the idea of you just like kind of trolleying around like tubs full of hot dogs.
just tubs full of
like hot
wieners.
dogs in water.
It was well, and so we had these pans that that have like, heaters under them.
Yeah, insulated stuff.
Yeah, and so then you just put the pan in there, dip out, and like that was just what I did.
And
Yep, and
start whipping.
all these car girls are working, and then like it was like the best shift I've ever fucking worked because it was just me and my
Just
boy.
driving, bro. You and your boy hanging out.
Yeah.
And listening to music.
Straight up. And so there was one day where me and my other friends who also worked with us said, I said, I want to golf. And they're like, well, we've all been golfing.
Yeah.
I was like, we golf for free here. So I was like, we're doing it. And I think after hole 3, the ADD demon just set in. And I was just driving that golf cart. And I was like, yo, we should make a Mad Max movie out here with golf carts. And I was just whipping it and trying to drift on the course. That was bad. I got yelled at, but it's worth it.
Yeah. It was nice to have just a little joyride moment.
Straight up.
GTA.
Yeah.
took in.
Well, and then they were like, you want to do all 18 holes? I was like, fuck no. Like, I drove the golf cart. I'm leaving.
Yeah. They let you stay after that?
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty chill, though.
Well, because I worked there.
Oh, yeah.
But that was weird. We pulled up, and again, my same friend who set the lunk alarm off, he pulled up again in the same cutoff to the golf course. He's like, nah, you can't do that. You gotta wear a polo. So then we went, and I'm not gonna say we stole it, but we acquired a polo from the pro shop, and he put it on, and then we were good to go. And it was like 7:30 in the morning, and
golfing.
Yeah.
God,
super cool.
Are there any public golf for like free golf courses around?
I have no idea for real because I just have my one experience. I was like, that's all I need.
Yeah. I kind of want to get back into playing tennis.
Tennis. I've never played tennis.
Tennis is kind of fun because it's just like, it's like a fight kind of.
Yeah.
It's like a direct duel with someone.
Yeah. Back and forth.
A lot of like movement and like using all of your body.
Yeah.
It's a good workout.
Yeah, I bet. Cardio is not.
Dude, I can see it.
Like, but yeah, it looks super fun. I feel like every time I've tried to do tennis, like I just hit the ball way harder than it needs to be because you just really have to just kind of.
You have to like twist your wrist a little bit.
Really, but like. Okay.
Just practice with your Wii when you get home.
Okay.
Some Wii Sports.
That's
one-to-one.
all you need?
That's all you need.
Okay.
Yeah. I've played Wii Sports once. Now tennis pros hate me.
The one trick.
The one trick. These 3 simple tricks.
So, how good do you think Serena Williams is?
I think she's pretty good.
Or Wii Tennis.
At Wii Tennis?
Yeah, specifically.
Oh, see, if you were good at real tennis, you're too good for Wii Tennis.
So you suck.
So that makes you bad, yeah?
Huh.
Your timing is too precise.
I still have like trauma dreams about the fucking dude on Wii Sports that like, I think mustache.
The boxing guy?
Yeah, and he would just always knock my fucking ass out.
Mike was mad.
Was that his name?
I think so. He's a meme right now, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's everywhere.
I love that guy.
I can't escape him. Like
in your dreams, he'll be there.
Yeah. When
you wake up, he'll be there.
He's still there.
When you're watching Everybody Hates Chris, he'll be there.
Whoa. He does kind of look like Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
Is that racist?
I'd say that's pretty accurate. Okay. He's like a Dumbledore version of Terry Crews. If Terry Crews was a wise boxing coach.
A wise boxing coach.
Yeah.
That just knocks my ass out.
Like the guy from Punch Out.
Yeah. Oh, is that Mike Tyson in Punch Out?
He is in Punch Out, yeah.
Have you ever played Punch Out?
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's hard.
I don't want to alienate your viewers, but that game it's brutal.
No, are you talking the original?
The OG one, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
Even the one on the Wii I have problems with.
You a big Nintendo fan? Punch Out's pretty deep cut.
I'm not a super big Nintendo fan. My roommate has one of the SNES,
SNES
emulators.
Yeah.
And so I had a little phase where I was doing that. But I've always been more PlayStation than anything.
PlayStation.
Yeah. I started on a PS1.
Ooh, that's the OG.
Yes, sir.
Like the white one?
We did have the white one, yes. Ooh. And so, my dad just had all these games. And, he'd be like, just do whatever.
Horror games?
A lot of Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 for sure.
Trilogy.
Yes. I think... So, I was born in 97, so I was kind of at the tail end of the PS1, right?
Yeah.
And I, as a toddler, whatever I was, remember when we got the PS2? Did you have a PS2?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so my dad was way into these roller coaster simulator games.
Don't tell me. I got this. Thrillville,
I had on my Xbox, my OG Xbox years later that I bought at a flea market, Southside.
Okay.
But
you're talking Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Very similar. I think it was called Theme Park Roller Coaster.
Theme Park Roller Coaster.
I want to say it was a launch game with the PS2.
Simulator.
Not even simulator. It was Theme Park Roller Coaster. And I'm pretty sure it launched with the PS2. And that was, I think, at that time, the only game that we had. I couldn't read yet. And so I was trying to play it, and it's all reading, and it's all zoning shit. And make sure there's space. You got to build paths to shit.
Yeah.
I can never figure out why my park was getting shut down for health code violations. Because no one can get to the burger stall to replace the dead, rotten burgers.
Because you put a fountain right in front of the door.
Either that or just couldn't figure out how to draw the line of the fucking burger style, man. It was rough.
That's like the SimCity experience.
Shit. Funny story about The Sims. The first Sims game, I really wanted it because my private school friends all had it on the PC.
Ooh.
So it was The Sims 2. And I was like, Mom. And
Come on.
I bugged her for weeks. I was like, there's a Sims game on the PS2. Need you to let me get it. And so she finally got it. And such an adorable story. I remember I was playing it. I don't know if you know anything about The Sims, but you can fuck.
Oh.
Yeah.
No simps in The Sims.
No simps. It's all chads. And so in the tutorial level, they're like explaining how Sims work and like, if you. So basically, the first scene culminates in a sex scene. It's all blurred.
Yeah.
But I was like, Mom, you know how you told me I had to tell you if there's anything inappropriate in this game? Well, it's inappropriate. And then I remember my dad was like, you can't play that anymore. And I was like, you let me play Halo. He's like, yeah, but Master Chief isn't hooking up in a hot tub. And I was like,
yeah, but this is censored.
I was like, I'm murdering aliens.
Murder, Dad.
Murder. Why is the hot tub boning?
I like to throw sticky grenades on them and watch them.
Sometimes just the Marines, dude.
Just the Marines.
Just that you put
friendly fire is on.
Dude, and then as soon as you kill 3 of them, they're all going for you.
Both sides.
I was like, Dad, like, for real? He was like, well, I said what I said.
Parents are weird with stuff like that.
Parents are
Just
super weird.
specifically sex stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I watched David Cronenberg's The Fly
Okay. Yeah.
with
Jeff
Goldblum.
Yep.
But if a movie had like a sex scene in it, whoa, close your eyes, Sonny.
Yeah.
No kissing in this household. All right, go watch someone get their arms cut off in a samurai movie.
I mean, you know, and I am super uneducated on this shit. You know, when you break it down, like, our culture as Americans is fucking weird about sex. You know what I mean? It's cool to have The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
But if you show a titty on TV, you're off the air.
Whoa. You know how many complaints the FTC got from the Super Bowl show this year?
It was like 20,000, right?
A lot, yeah.
That's crazy.
Saying, how could you show this hard porn on TV?
Are you serious?
I'm so serious right now.
I saw no penetration. Are you a football guy?
Not really.
Not really.
My grandparents love it. My
Okay,
grandparents, I'm a Buckeye fan by nature, nature.
Yep.
But I've always been fascinated by it. I played it for a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
You remember what position?
Third string tight end.
Okay. Damn, he was a tight end. You were in there. I mean, probably not that.
I mean, no, I wasn't very good.
Yeah.
But football, I never understood the concept of football. I don't know. What am I missing out on?
It's a very weird game, man, when you really break it down. Like, a lot of people say that it's organized warfare, which I'm really into.
Yeah.
I'm an aggressive dude. And so organized warfare is my shit. And I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan. Philly Eagles, baby. Carson Wentz. Second coming of Jesus Christ.
Dog bless.
Yes. Praise be. And I don't know, man. I think it was weird because I wasn't really raised with it either. It was just at a certain point, I just started watching it, started following it, started kicking it. Fantasy football did a whole lot to like get me invested. I'm so bad at fantasy football, but it's fun, man.
That's like have you won money with fantasy football?
I've tried.
You tried.
I've never done like DraftKings or nothing like that, but just in my job, me and like 9 of the other guys just started a league.
A betting.
And we all put $50 in. Winner got it all, and I think I finished 6th. But we did that for 2 years in a row, and then everybody either left or got fired. And yeah, so
or they got tired of losing money and quit.
Yeah. Well, and
done with the bet life.
It was just weird because the commissioner, always won. The guy in charge of the league always won. So I'm trying to figure out how he, you know what I mean? It was like $50 a person to get in.
That's money.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't got kids or nothing. So I was like, yo, put me in.
I can risk it.
Are you into any particular sport?
Me, I like volleyball. He played a lot of volleyball at Capital.
You did?
Yes.
Really? Oh, just outside the dorms and whatnot.
From like one night, I remember we did this a couple times, like at 3 p.m. to like 1 a.m. in the morning. Jeez. Just out there on the court. Went to one main 8, went back out.
Yeah. Man, see, and that was
gamed.
Honestly, like a big part of why I ended up quitting, I think, was just because I didn't feel, you know what I mean, that connection. Because, you know, y'all would be out there playing volleyball or just kicking it, or like I'd hear stories like, oh shit, like so-and-so got like some rum in their room or something. I was like, damn, like I went with Fuentes to a frat party.
Yeah.
And they were like, they were like, are you in a frat? And I was like, no. They're like, no drinks. And I was like, okay, cool. And so, you know, y'all were always at it though, doing something.
We were. It was busy that time of year. I knew a lot of commuters who felt like you though.
Yeah. It's just such a weird thing, man. I was literally just there for school.
Yeah.
That being said, I wasn't paying what, $12,000 to live there,
something like that.
But
a lot of money.
Yeah. You got a favorite console?
My favorite console?
Yes.
That's a good question. All-time favorite console that I've owned is probably the DS.
Really?
Yes. Because I can play DS games and Game Boy games. And I'm a sucker for games.
Okay, so then
second favorite is like SP probably.
SP was fire. Well, you said you were a handheld kid.
Yeah. No big consoles.
So what was the best GBA game and DS game?
Those are tough questions.
Very tough.
For me, the best GBA game. I didn't have like a lot of weekly releases. I basically have like games that I had and kept for months.
Forever, yeah.
Didn't go to the game store a lot.
Right.
But by hands down, the best Game Boy Advance game you can get out there is WarioWare Twisted.
Never played it. I always heard about it though.
The best Game Boy game. Like my main experience is histories of like Pokemon and like different like RPGs and stuff on Switch. Like I played the Dragon Ball Z games.
Fire, yeah.
The Legacy of Goku ones. WarioWare Twisted, a bunch of fun mini games. And the tilt sensor action. You have to tilt it. It's got motion controls on a Game Boy. The cartridge is fat. It's quirky, and there's just a lot of fun themed characters.
I know in Smash, whenever the Wario World comes up, I'm like, this is.
Yeah, which one? It's a couple.
I don't know off top. I know my roommate.
The game one, right? The game stage.
Yes.
Where you play the games. God,
it's so weird, so weird. But then what about DS games, man? What's the best one?
DS games. The best DS game is. That's a tough question because my experience is so limited. I know there are good ones out there, but
there is a correct answer here too.
There is a correct answer here.
Pokemon Platinum.
Pokemon Platinum.
Yes.
See, that is the one Pokemon game that Sinnoh I completely missed out on.
Really?
Didn't have a DS when they came out.
Right.
Got a DS, but the only I'll give you the best. I'll give you the DS game.
Okay.
The best DS game is Pokemon Conquest.
Was that the one that was like the fucking
Pokemon Conquest is Pokemon Fire Emblem.
What? How have I never heard of this?
You've never heard of it? It's Pokemon Fire Emblem.
Okay.
You're a commander, but you basically control Pokemon. And the super effective combat mechanic is still there. And there's also directional mechanics too, I think. So if you're like behind a Pokemon, you'll do even more damage.
Word.
And if you defeat a leader, like a general, and a specific, like, you can recruit the other warlords pretty much.
Word.
It's like feudal era stuff, dude.
Yeah.
These people, samurais with their partner Pokemon.
That sounds fire.
It's crazy.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to look into that if I ever get a DS.
Yeah. So you're more of a console gamer then.
Always been more.
What's your favorite console, Mr.?
Favorite console, man? For real.
Favorite.
For real. Probably PS2.
PS2. Okay, but see now, I get to ask you the same question because PS2 played PS1 games.
PS1 games. Best PS1 game? I mean, the best one, quality-wise, is probably Resident Evil 2.
Resident Evil 2.
So much, so
spooky.
Much, man.
Fixed cameras, but...
Fixed cameras.
It's atmospheric.
So atmospheric and so much little shit. You know what I mean? So many little puzzles to figure out. And, you know, I distinctly remember having to go all the way from here to, you know, one end of the building to the other because I forgot a small fucking item over here. Never having enough ammo. So there was that.
Yeah.
And so that's probably the best one. My favorite one though, PS1 is Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh,
which
8.
And a lot of people disagree. They say 7 is the best one ever, period. But 8, I don't know. I played it a lot with my cousin.
Yeah, is it 2-player?
It's only one.
Oh, okay.
So they lived in Chillicothe, and so like when shit started going south with my parents, I would just go up there down there for like a week at a time during the summer.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so my cousin was always older. I want to say he's 5 years older than me.
Yeah.
So, you know, he'd be playing Final Fantasy. And I was like, dude, this shit's so cool. And he's like, oh, and if you talk to this guy, use this draw mechanic, you can get a secret summon. And I was like, oh, what? Can I borrow it?
Huh?
And so borrow it and just play it. And like never beat it because I was bad.
Yeah.
But like so into it.
That's so sick that he let you borrow it.
Right. No,
that seems like he was into it.
It was super well because he was playing that, but he had like a PS2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so he had a ton of money from a car accident he was in. So he just had all the dope shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah. So he was like, yeah, fucking take Final Fantasy VIII. I don't give a shit. And I was like, word.
I got insurance money, baby.
Right. So
I got 3.
So yeah. So that's my favorite PS1 game. PS2 game. I played it way after the fact, but God of War, the original. Yes, the OG one.
Oh, my friend Sean here said that his favorite he liked playing that on the PSP.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that? Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta?
I think I
That'd
don't
be
know.
fun, yeah.
God of War. I missed. I see. Yeah, I didn't have. I had a PS2,
Yeah.
but I only had one game, and you might know this
What
game,
is it?
San Andreas.
San Andreas is amazing.
I had
dude.
like 3 games for
Yeah.
PS2. San Andreas, Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
I never had Tenkaichi.
Yo,
None of them. I just had
Tenkaichi is
Budokai
sick.
too.
Yo, you gotta get Tenkaichi is like. I don't really F with the new 3D fighting Dragon Ball Z games. I like fighters. Fighters
Okay,
is
I
cool.
haven't played it yet.
Tenkaichi, I have. No, I don't have that anymore. Damn. I think my roommate does, but that's a good one. It's a good one. It's like a good 2D fighter.
What
But
was
the Budokai Tenkaichi are 3D?
right? And man, I remember like watching Cartoon Network and then
Yeah.
like Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi fucking 8, whatever. And I was like,
Dude,
My dad was like, you have Budokai too. And I was like, but that
it's
doesn't.
cool, dude. That's cool, Dad. But those were too stiff for me.
Yeah.
When I was
Really?
Yeah. I did play those games on like I went to other kids' houses and played
Right.
like Budokai. Those were stiff, like for me.
That's
But-
weird, man. Like my kids at work,
Yeah.
when I was working with the older kids, because we have like video games that they can play and shit. And so one of the boys got and he was, I don't use this term offensively, but he was a weeb.
Okay.
And, like straight up, like if he could have had a body pillow, he would have. But so bro was like he was fucking with Dragon Ball Z so heavy, and I was like, well, have you ever played Budokai? And so when he started getting home passes, he had his foster mom take his allowance, and then they'd go by, he'd come back, and he beat them shits in like 4 hours
Nice.
because they were so short. Like, but I was watching, I was like, this shit was rough. I mean, you go from like Mortal Kombat 10 to watching
PS1
Budokai 2, yeah.
polygons punching.
Right. But yeah.
I think the one thing the older like 2D games missed out on is like the feeling of flying,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
dude. And Fighters has that. I think that's one of the reasons it's so good because is the flying is still that's a big part of like
What was the Dragon Ball Z game that came out before Fighters?
Xenoverse.
Xenoverse.
I think the
dude.
Xenoverse games are pretty. I think those are pretty good.
Yeah, because my roommate loves Xenoverse too.
Yeah.
And I had the first one, and it was cool. I just remember flying through it, and then it encouraged you to rerun the levels and everything.
Yeah.
I don't really get it. Is there anything coming out that you're super excited for?
Anything right now? Cyberpunk 2077. Got pre-ordered. I'm going back and forth. I'm canceling my Persona 5 and Final Fantasy 7.
You got the pre-orders on that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Persona 5, what is...
Persona 5 Royal. So
Oh, that's Dynasty Warriors, right?
No, that's Scramble.
Okay.
That one, I don't even know when that's coming out in America.
Yeah.
But that one's, I played a little bit of that one.
Mhm.
But yeah, Royal is like, there's like the third version of Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's,
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much what
So
it
it's
is.
like the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's like how Gold was on Persona 4 or whatever.
Yes, exactly like that.
Okay.
Did you have a Vita?
I had a Vita, hated it.
You hated it.
Because I had big ass hands, dude. So
Right.
and I remember I was playing Borderlands 2 on the Vita for some reason. Because I had it on the 360.
Right.
And when I got rid of my 360 and got a
And you
PS3,
played it.
I got it on the PS3. And then I got the Handsome Collection on my Xbox One. I sold my Xbox One and got it on
It's
the fucking
crossplay,
PS4.
yeah.
So I had it on the Vita for whatever reason. And my big ass hands, the back and touchscreen, would throw grenades or use your action skill.
Yeah.
So I was just constantly blowing myself up. I was like, fuck this piece of shit.
I'm gonna tell you 2 secrets about the Vita.
Mm.
One, they make little grips for it that emulate the PlayStation controller
Okay.
thumbsticks, like the Jots,
Okay.
like the DualShock.
Yeah.
So you can hold it like a PlayStation controller.
Word.
2, the Vita is pretty much the Sony's version of the Switch.
Yeah. You can do it.
That's the T. And like the amount of, and especially with the amount of cross-buy games.
Well, it just didn't get much love, right?
Yeah, it didn't get much love, but like it got a lot of indie support
Okay.
and like cross-buy titles.
Right.
So like the fact that you can play Borderlands on your PS Vita and it has remote play too.
Yeah, that was fire.
That's
I used that a lot.
I've played Persona 5 with remote play.
Huh.
I went upstairs to make eggs and I played Persona 5 with my Vita.
Word.
Yeah.
I
I don't have the thumbs, the grip,
The
though,
grips.
on core.
I don't know where my Vita went or my 3DS XL, your Luigi edition.
No,
They both
not the
just
special.
vanished.
Not
Yeah.
the special. What the?
Um,
That's.
yeah.
I'm
Are
sorry.
you gonna get Animal Crossing?
I don't know. I want to. I kind of.
I'm definitely.
I'm thinking about it because like thinking about Final Fantasy. I'm thinking about what I want to put more time into.
Yeah.
Like don't get me wrong. I like action games, but Animal Crossing's kind of cute. You know.
Well, there's that, and it's just
It's like Nintendo's Minecraft.
Yeah, and you can just chill with it.
Yeah,
Worry
big
about
chill.
shit. But there's that. Dude, you gotta get around. You gotta play the new God of War. It's
the new one. I
not
haven't played it.
It's so good, dude.
Action.
Yes. Well, it's shifted. Everything's third person.
Story. Yeah, it's one shot, right?
Yep. It's one continuous shot. It never changes angles. It's crazy.
So impressive.
And just artistically, dude, what they do with that game is so fucking crazy.
I got through the first boss fight.
With is it Boulder?
Beard dude.
I think it's Boulder.
He was lightning. He says, I'll kill you.
And you just keep whooping his fucking ass, and then he just keeps coming back. So, okay, weird question. What would you say the greatest artistic statement made by a video game you've ever played is?
The greatest artistic statement.
Yes, sir.
Ever. So, like, I think, okay. And then there's two that I want to point out real quick.
Okay.
There's the emotional one and the intellectual one.
Facts.
The emotional one is the true pacifist ending for Undertale.
I've never.
And I'm gonna sound super, weird fan to me for saying that. That's a very good game with really good characters. It's like it's an RPG, so you get into like random encounters.
Right.
But in the fight, there's different. It's kind of got like the persona. It's got different mechanics.
Okay.
When you fight, you kind of have to do like a time mini game, and then to attack. It's like you have to like line up a little like Tony Hawk grind meter with the middle, and then hit it at the right time.
Okay.
There's like a bullet hell section when you're getting attacked by the enemies.
Okay.
There's also a mechanic to spare people, so you can do an action like talk to it and get to know it, or like jest to like pet it if it's a dog. Different characters have different actions.
Okay.
Do the right actions in the right order, and you can spare them and finish the fight without killing them.
Oh yeah.
You do that, and there's that for the entire playthrough. And you can beat all the bosses like that too, if you survive long enough.
And so
that's the biggest emotional ending for me.
Okay,
emotional moment.
Is that like the good ending then?
That's the good ending, yeah.
Okay.
The good ending is if you beat the game without killing anyone, and then you do some epilogue stuff after you beat the main boss of the first playthrough of the first story.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good game. It's a really good game. If you haven't played it,
I haven't.
You have a PS4?
It's on PS4, right?
Yeah, get it. You should get it if you.
Okay.
Yeah, and then my favorite like intellectual like big moment in gaming is the end speech from Metal Gear Solid 2.
Metal Gear Solid 2.
And I haven't played all the way through it.
It's not the one with Psycho Mantis, is it? No, that's 1.
1, yeah. Metal Gear 2. Okay, so Metal Gear. I have a weird history with Metal Gear 2. Okay. I've only played like the first half of it because the first half you play as Snake,
right,
and then it switches over to Raiden,
which
and I didn't get very far into his part.
Yeah, it's jarring.
But that game was the tanker mission. The beginning of that game is my favorite moment in history that I've played. Like when I think about, I need to know your favorite like gaming moment, but like that is my top gaming moment ever that I've played. It's just a prologue to Metal Gear Solid 2.
Jesus.
And then the end of Metal Gear Solid 2 has a speech between Raiden and the Colonel, where the Colonel is talking. This is the game that came out in 2001, I think. Yeah. This is what the Colonel is talking about, creating idea echo chambers where they will create ideas and narratives that will not be truths, but will be seen as truths. And they will bounce around and people will share them with each other and they will control people like that. That's
information.
2001.
Yeah.
He's talking about memes.
Yeah. That's crazy.
In a Japanese video game that takes place in America.
Hideo Kojima, dude, is a genius.
Visionary.
Crazy, but a visionary. My favorite moment, probably any video game. I mean, I gotta feel pretty much most of Red Dead Redemption 2.
Red Dead, the second one, the new one.
Yes. Just such a beautiful game, you know?
Oh, when you ride your horse?
Riding your horse around, you know what I mean? Robbing trains, you know what I mean? There's just so much shit where you know what I mean? Just feel like the man, you know what I mean? Or, spoilers, the end of the main, not epilogue,
you can spoil it for me.
Well, I don't want to ruin it for the lovelies.
I mean, Red Dead's been out for how long?
Okay, whatever. When Arthur dies,
Spoilers. You gotta skip ahead.
Skip ahead.
Hey, Jamie, can you throw up a timestamp to when they should skip ahead to
Pull that
spoilers?
shit up, Jamie.
Pull it up, Jamie.
But so there's that. Lately, like I was talking about earlier, Mr. X on Resident Evil 2 has me sweating.
Spook. Was he in the original Metal?
He is in
Resident Evil
RE2, but just much less important.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And so they really revamped that shit. I'm just thinking lately, man, when I beat Crash Bandicoot, the first one, the remake.
The remake.
Yes.
The Insane Trilogy.
Insane Trilogy. Just the first game. That shit had me feeling like I'd just done a fucking ton of coke off God's boner. It was crazy.
What's the last boss fight like? Is it like in space? It probably isn't it.
No, not really. The first one's super grounded. I think the last fight is just Cortex, and the boss fights are not that exciting.
Yeah. They're just like hard, but hard.
Well, so like they're not even, the boss fights are pretty easy. It's just there are a few levels, because I don't know how much you've heard about it. They don't change the controls from the old game. Right.
Because it's fresh mod. Like they just
pretty it up, but like the physics and everything just are a little off.
Yeah.
So like jump distances, all that. So there's a few levels. What is it? Road to nowhere, bridge to nowhere.
Yeah, that's gotta be hard.
Far.
I was gonna say that's gotta be really hard when you're jumping on the backs of turtles.
Backs on
a bridge with.
Yes, exactly that. And I remember me and my brother and my roommate were just kicking it one day, and I was like, "Yo, I need help." And so we were just passing the controller, trying to figure that shit out.
Those are good times.
Yes, that I've never been like a big online person, but when me and my roommate and or whatever other people were playing on zombies, you know what I mean?
I'm a huge fan of multiplayer, like local stuff.
Yeah,
like, just
couch co-op, dude, all the way.
co-op.
And no one wants to do that no more. But yeah, on like zombies, on Black Ops, like Kino der Toten, so fire. Yeah.
You still have that SNES Mini? Or is it your
it's
old
my
roommate?
roommate's.
Okay.
I've got the PS Classic or whatever.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Let down.
You can hack it. Hack it.
I've tried. So
hack it.
So I got the fucking whatever, like the
software.
The software is on there. So when I plug it in, it comes up and it's whatever the name of the program is. Right. But I just don't have any of the files on that bitch yet. But
download the files, dude.
I need to.
You got to, because the SNES Mini has some great 2-player games.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Like
it's even got Secret of Mana. That's like a full 2-player Zelda, pretty much.
Word.
Yeah, like
okay.
Link to the Past.
See, I've never played a Zelda game.
I didn't play a lot either until recently.
I assume you played Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Is it fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you 100% worth the Switch.
Oh wow.
That is such a. I'm honestly get the DLC too, because it adds,
for real.
It adds like the content it adds is kind of dumb. Well, the content it adds is alright, but the costumes are epic.
Okay.
I love just for the costumes and the little slight spoilers. You beat the end DLC, you get a motorcycle.
What?
That you can summon, and you get to ride a motorcycle around Hyrule.
Fire. And
you can, I think you can get that pretty much anytime you want. I mean, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's DLC, but
I bought a Switch Lite because it was cheaper.
You have it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
So I have a Pokemon Sword.
Oh, what do you think of that?
Loved it. You know what I mean? People, when it came out, people were shitting on it. I mean, you guys are fucking stupid. Some of the new Pokemon look stupid, but for the most part, fire.
I
got that, and I got Fire Emblem. 3 houses. Yeah. Which house did you pick?
Black Eagles.
Is that the red one?
Yeah, the red one. Black Eagles, all the way.
Yeah.
All the way.
So fire. What else am I pretty much just bitches?
I almost wanted to join Clyde. Almost.
Is that the yellow one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I almost joined him, but I'm like, he's kind of too goofy.
Yeah.
Like I need someone who wants to take charge.
Kill some shit.
And she's awesome.
Edelgard. Whatever.
Red lady. The red knight. The red girl.
Yeah.
The blood-stained nitrous.
So fire.
Emblem.
That was good.
You play that? Do you have Nintendo? So do you have Nintendo Switch Online?
Yes.
You should play. I've been playing those SNES and NES games they have.
Okay.
You can download those for free.
See, I asked my roommate to explain because he's got the real Switch. I got the Switch Lite.
Yeah.
So like, how does that work?
Do you have the online? So like when you can play video games online.
Yeah.
Go to your eShop store. Go to the Nintendo Switch online section, and it will have the games, and you just download them for free.
Word.
It's tied to the online membership.
Do you know like what games are on there?
Yeah.
What is it?
On the NES, they have like original Mario, Mario 3, games like that. Original Zelda, Ice Climbers, Bubble Bobble. I think Bubble Bobble. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
But the SNES has like, Yoshi's Island and Mario World.
Fire, yeah.
I don't want to say Earthbound. Like I don't think. But I'm playing the Super Metroid right now.
Where?
Yeah.
Metroid.
It's got a bunch. If I had my Switch up here, I'd show you. But it's free.
Yeah.
Free classic games. I'm like,
yeah.
why not? I think a lot of those games are worth going back and taking a look at.
Okay. How do you feel about Dark Souls? Are you pro or anti?
Pro, but I haven't played. I've only really played 2.
Okay.
Played some of 3 in Bloodborne.
I've never got into them. Like,
they're hard.
It's so hard, and I just don't want to be challenged. Like,
wait, do you like shooters?
Shooters are okay. Yeah, it depends. I don't give a shit about Call of Duty for the most part. Yeah. Literally, I just got the last Call of Duty. Actually, Black Ops 4, just to play zombies.
Right. It's just
Like, I don't want to play online. I don't want to get.
I haven't been to Call of Duty either. It's not my.
Not your jam.
I don't like shooters. I just didn't play them growing up. I'm sorry. That's all I can say.
I didn't get into them until Black Ops 1, and again, just because of zombies.
Yeah. So what's your genre of choice?
That's tough. For the most part, RPGs.
RPGs like Skyrim and
Skyrim's amazing.
Yo, okay.
It still holds up.
I love playing with mods.
I
broke my game. I broke my intro. I broke my starting file.
Word.
Completely.
Jesus.
I turned on extra mobs, so I had like gargoyles spawning in, and they kept attacking the caravan. So the guards were having to stop and get into fights.
So you just couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, no. The horses were just walking into a corner, and I was stuck. I couldn't get inside the gate.
I loved.
Broke it.
What was it? There was a mod where it added all the dragons were Macho Man Randy Savage.
On PC?
No, I think because complicated story. Used to have an Xbox One.
Okay, yeah. Xbox One did have better mods for Skyrim though.
Yes.
Like for some reason, I don't know
why. I think it was just a license thing.
Yeah.
Where like PlayStation said nothing licensed, and Xbox was like, we don't give a shit. So yeah. So it was cool, and then there was like a whole Kenny Loggins radio station.
Oh my god.
So I was just listening to Playing with the Boys and not radio station, just when the Dragons would show up. Just be playing with the boys.
Playing with the boys.
I loved it. It was fire.
My favorite Skyrim mod is the most innocuous mod ever. It's called sarcastic loading screen text.
Okay. And
it just changed the loading screens to like, Khajiit are a race in Skyrim. If you hear them purring, that means they like you. It's like stuff like that. That's little snarky jokes, and it makes a loading screen. The worst part of Skyrim is the loading screens.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sometimes they can take a minute.
Dude, and you're just sitting there reading text about elven knives are made of elf ears. Like,
right.
Whoa.
Like, I have never gave a shit.
This makes it so much more bearable. You get a little...
Some of the fucking modders, though, man, they be making some crazy stuff.
Crazy.
I just found out, I guess all of the continent is in Skyrim. Like the whole, what is it, Tamriel or whatever?
Really?
It's all in Skyrim. Like,
in the game?
If you go, like, I think south, you can find Morrowind. But you gotta, like, clip out of the boundaries. And
right. So, whoa.
Right.
That's weird.
Yeah.
But Bethesda has been using the same engine since, like, Morrowind, haven't they?
Yeah, since... Did you play Oblivion?
No, I missed out on Oblivion.
Yeah, they've been pretty much using the exact same
engine since Oblivion?
Ever. Well, I think, because if you look at how Morrowind runs, it runs exactly the same. Are you into Fallout?
Yeah, I got a PS3 senior year of high school.
Okay.
And I played, for some reason, I ended up going through a lot of the Alaska mission.
Word?
Yeah, I had the Game of the Year edition.
Operation Anchorage.
Yeah, I don't know why I went down that path, but I liked it.
That's cool. Yeah, it's really cool. My brother, literally, he would, like, do the tutorial and then go get abducted by the aliens and be, like, grossly underleveled. but then get like one alien gun and he's ready to roll
Yeah.
because everything's a critical and vaporizes them.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's the same engine since
ever.
Oblivion, and we're seeing the cracks with Fallout 76.
Oh Jesus, dude! Did you get it?
No way.
I fucking did.
You got it?
Yep.
Do you still have it?
Yep.
Whoa. What's that like for you?
It's horrible.
How do you feel being,
The only
backslapped?
person in the world that is on there. It's sad because so 8th grade, I think.
Yeah.
For Christmas, my mom got me and my brother an Xbox 360.
Uh-huh.
It was so fire.
That's heat. Yeah.
It just the most possible amount. You could put the sun on Earth and it wouldn't be that fire. And
you could put a red ring on it and then it would be that fire.
whatever. So I remember, and we had I just mowed lawns and saved money.
Right.
And Christmas money and shit. And we got Fable 2.
Nice.
Fable 3.
Nice.
Dead Rising 2.
Dead Rising.
The best shit ever. Dead Rising 2. It came with Alan Wake, which I didn't appreciate at the time.
Yeah. That's easy to understand.
We got a few just fucking fire ass games. And I faked sick for like a week and a half from school. My mom was like, "Oh, we're getting a divorce. He's probably just dealing with that." And I was like, I'm just playing Dead Rising 2. And so
just bulling it with the zombies in
straight
Colorado, bro.
And we got Skyrim as well. I don't even remember how I got on that topic, but so good.
We were talking about Bethesda using Fallout. Fallout on Xbox.
So we got Fallout 3 and New Vegas.
And New Vegas.
And the Game of the Year versions of both.
The Wombo Combo.
So we were just we were knuckles deep in Fallout, and it was just the best shit ever. So we were in there. Pre-ordered Fallout 4. Was let down.
Yes.
New Vegas 76 is announced. My brother we're finally gonna get to play together.
Multiplayer Fallout.
And so we got it for each other for his birthday. He bought it for me for some reason.
Nice.
And
base building.
we sat it down and we're like, this is the worst shit I think in the world. Like,
what was it? So compared to Fallout 3, what out of 10? Like 10 out of 10? 8 out of 10? 7 out of 10.
7.8.
7.8?
Yeah.
Good game though.
Fallout
Overall,
New Vegas, 9.5.
I've heard.
Yes.
They could literally just remaster them and they would sell like hotcakes, but they're sticking with Fallout 76.
Yes.
But yeah, I want to play New Vegas.
New Vegas is so good.
Fallout 4 was kind of a step away from the RPG direction, right?
Yes, absolutely. And so New Vegas was so much RPG, so many different directions, you know what I mean? You could talk your way out of pretty much any situation. You could just steal shit instead of fighting.
Right.
So it was that.
So where does that put Fallout 4?
Fallout 4 is a 6.
6.
And then New Vegas is just subseptic. It's
septic.
It's dog shit.
It's not.
It's bad.
Good.
It's super.
It is the culmination of corporate greed.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure you followed all the shit with the pre-orders and
which part?
All of it.
The canceling of the refund not canceling.
Yes.
Or the bags that
the bags as well.
That were nylon. Instead of leather or something.
Yes.
Duffel.
Yes, it was something like that. That shit was crazy.
Or the helmets that came with those.
The power armor helmet.
Growing mold.
Yes.
Yeah. Moldy helmets to put on your face.
Shout out to Bethesda.
Thanks, Bethesda.
What's his name? Todd Howard?
Hey, Todd Howard. Todd Howard, that smug son of a gun. You know what? We liked Fallout 76 so much, we're going to put a subscription model in it.
Did they?
They did.
No, they didn't.
Fallout First, baby.
Are you serious?
It gives you unlimited inventory space. Stuff that you had, so you can buy it now. You can buy a feature in a game.
I'm so glad they innovated that.
Right?
I'm sure no one will hate that.
Because who wants to play video games for free?
Who wants to get everything at once?
Who wants to not have perks they can buy? Apparently when you bought it, you would get a little badge that says, "Oh, this is a Fallout First member." So people started bullying them.
So you know who to spit on?
Yeah.
Jesus.
This guy loves Bethesda.
Yeah, these.
How many people are still playing that game?
Not many. And what was it, Nuclear Winter or something? They were like, oh,
Yeah.
it's a battle royale, which is a whole other issue. that
Yeah.
I'm just not
Not
into.
made for that. But like
Eh.
Bethesda is like people still love them though, right?
I mean, you put out if they would just do some if they could put out an Elder Scrolls update, like just a little bit of new DLC, and people would be creaming their pants. Like
Yeah.
probably me, and anything with Fallout 4. You know what I mean? Uh, I don't know. It spooks me.
Yeah. It's crazy that like Bethesda has kind of always been like the games have not been kind of glitchy.
Oh, so
Like
bad.
now
Yeah.
it's just like how do you break a game after it comes out
There's that
multiple
and then,
times
you know what I'm saying? Like
and then ask people to pay more money for it?
there's just been so many fuck ups. Like so between them and EA, like it's looking rough.
EA used to make so many games.
Yes.
EA used to make like Harry Potter movie
Yes.
tie-in games.
Absolutely.
EA was everywhere.
Yeah.
EA was a
It wasn't just in the game.
it was
It was the game.
EA games.
EA Sports.
Challenge everything.
Oh, word! I forgot
Remember
the
that one?
difference. Yeah.
EA Sports.
It's
The
in the
game.
game.
Back when people liked Madden. Madden 06.
Fire. You know what? I like the last Madden. But like I fully recognize that every single one of them
Every game.
is the same.
Whoa, hold up. It's newer, right?
It's newer.
Change the athlete. New number.
It's just a different roster.
New
man.
characters to buy.
So
Come on.
So you get the fucking the kid who got drafted last year, but like
From Iowa.
from fucking Iowa. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
Ted Crosby.
Ted Crosby?
Ted Crosby. He's got curly brown hair, and he's number 39 on the Utah Sea Golfers.
Is his dad the Zodiac Killer?
His dad is just regular Ted Cruz.
Oh, that's sad. Jesus.
Yeah. What a sad place to. Give me something positive real quick.
The election's coming
Give me
up.
some positive. I need good vibes right now.
Heard about the coronavirus?
That's not good. We're getting into deep.
Oh no.
And you know, it's the red light.
The red light?
The red light.
I'm getting the red light.
It's
Yeah.
spookifying. People have always said, I don't want the red light. It's scary.
It's too scary.
Now we're going to dark places.
Star Wars is dead.
Star Wars has been drowning for.
So is God.
Oh, we've gone too far.
Your
We've
parents don't love
strayed
you.
too far. My parents live in Turkey.
I don't mean you. I mean
Just in general.
the listeners. Your parents don't love you.
You know what? I don't know if that's true, so I can't deny it.
Okay,
Guys,
exactly.
I'm sorry, guys. You guys are on your own for this one.
It sounds like something between you and your parents. My name is Paul, and that's between y'all.
Yeah. And this is Interesting Conversations with Interesting People.
Sorry for making it dark.
No, we ended it. If Paul were here, he would say you need to have an honest conversation with your
You
parents.
need to sit your
That's
parents
a good
down. Yeah.
I'm gonna get my dad on the show.
Yo, that would be fire.
That would be
So-
such great content. That would go viral.
So I'm sure you can cut this out or whatever. But how are we gonna? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it gonna be on Spotify? Is it gonna be on?
You're in luck because Interesting Conversation with Interesting People is going to be available on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and Google Play.
Wow.
So pretty much wherever you get any of your podcast services.
Wow, that's a lot of options.
Yeah. Nick, do you have anything you want to plug? Maybe some social media, Instagram, Twitter?
You can follow me on Instagram at Thug Blizzard.
Thug
I think
Blizzard.
there might be an underscore. I can't remember.
Try it. You can take the time to figure it out.
That's
Guys,
it.
come on.
Dude with a hat.
Give him a follow.
Yeah, but other than that, nah.
Work on any projects?
Not really for real. I've been really not creative, but I want to get back to it.
Yeah. Guys, if you need any Nick Smallwood related needs, he's your guy. All right.
If you need things lifted, if you need moms banged.
All right. And if you want to find me on Twitter if you want to find me on Instagram and see my musings, I posted some pictures today.
Yeah, I saw
Some
them.
promo art.
Those were good.
Thank you. So if you guys want to get any updates on the show, follow me on Twitter at Yikes, YAIKSE. Or you can follow me on Twitter, which is Project Caffeine at the time of this recording. And please leave good reviews, guys. I'm gonna read the comments for every single section of these, and I'm gonna read every reviews. I would like to have I could start reviewing the reviews of people. That'd be
Reviewing the reviews of other people.
with other guests, yeah. That'd be
That
cute.
would be fire. That'd be a good
Guys, come
segment.
on, get some content in there. You want me to say your name, right? You want me to notice you?
Do you want to make him read inappropriate words?
No, I want to make no. We're getting too focused on me. It's not about me.
It's about
the guest.
Do you wanna make
I want to give them. I want when Nick comes back. I want him to have some good, inappropriate things to read in his town. That's it. That's really
I'll read them all.
Specifically, just handpick something like, "Hey guys,
This one is really bad.
this one's gonna make Nick hate his job." All right, don't actually hate your job, but do let me thank you for coming out here.
Absolutely, thanks for having me.
Such a great time to see you again. Dude.
Seriously, it's been years, man.
Years, yeah. God, I love just sitting down again with people and talking. And if you guys like listening to this, let me know. Yeah.
Straight up.
Thanks. That's it. We're out. Wow.
Oh, yeah, how long was it?
We're going for 1 hour and 50 minutes.
Damn, boy.
Yes, sir.
Is that the longest one?
Yeah.